Hello, Ken.
Hello, Thomas and Joe Obinish.
Hi,
I'm
Ken.
glad you have Joe in the studio with you, Tom, because normally he's laying on his back. We got to look up his nostrils.
How's this? Well deserved. Well deserved. Wow. We're fighting some technical difficulties tonight, folks. So bear with us. But yeah, we see your comments. Everybody say hi so we know who's here.
Yeah, boy, we've got a great group. I see Wigwag Workshop and Dan Cohen from Dan's Model Railroad Journeys here. Great Northern 70
From St. Louis Park.
from St. Louis. Boy, another great Northern modeler in the Twin Cities. Who would ever known?
Wow.
Dan
I'm sitting towards
Linford.
you green in my sleep.
Yeah, yeah.
Head of the big
Lee
sky.
Taylor's here. Good to see you, Lee. Uh, Sandy Leona, 52 from Tom Boyd from Center City, Minnesota. We know him. He's the guy that has a candy shop. We like
Ooh,
him.
yes, we love him.
Yep. So it's great to see everybody. This is why we do Zooms in February because it's going to be 150 degrees below zero outside, and nobody
It's
wants
thick
to go
now.
outside. Yep. Damien's here, and of course he's our famous webmeister.
No,
So
master.
master, yeah. Nathan Pierce. Hey Nathan, I saw something from you that in fact I've got a image of yours in the What's on the Workbench. I'm glad you're here because I'm looking forward to meeting you
It's amazing
someday.
what you
Because
can do with N scale.
isn't that neat? Yeah.
Yeah.
Look-
Almost as good
Yep.
as S scale.
Well, yeah. Let's not get carried away. So, where do you want to start us, old evil leader?
Well, since it is a meeting, let's go over the schedule
All
of
right.
what's upcoming.
Okay.
I think next week, if you want to talk about that, well, we got this coming up.
Well, first of all, February 12th. Oh, that's today.
Oh,
TCD Live on the 22nd, which is 10 days from now, the Twin City Division Operators Retreat. And I understand there's still some slots open on that. And I hope to have my layout, I plan on having my layout available for the Operators Retreat. I just hope there's enough people that sign up because I don't want to get left out. Um, March 12th, a month from now, we're going to have our TCD members meeting. This one will be in person. It's at the Lunds and Byerly's on Park Center Drive in St. Louis Park. We tried to use the Lunds and Byerly's in Edina, but it seems the Toastmasters have got a standing meeting there Wednesday nights. And we threatened to send Ken Borowski over to straighten him out, but we decided we'd be nicer and not do that. Right after that meeting is on 14th and 15th is the Twin City Division Modelers Retreat. And that is a full-blown prototype modelers meet. And because we're in Minnesota and Minnesotans take everything so literally, we just called it a modelers retreat because there were people at freelance that thought that they wouldn't be invited or welcomed at a prototype modelers meet.
that is
Then
untrue
it is
because the
untrue.
central of Minnesota with its plum locomotives is there. Railroad of lies, twins, yes, right here.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
I'm the good looking one.
Yep, we and we'll get more into that because that retreat is always a highlight. And this is, by the way, our 7th annual modelers retreat. So that's pretty cool. April 9th on Wednesday is our Twin City Division members meet. And again, we'll be in St. Louis Park at the Lunds and Byerly's. And those are really great, folks, because you can get there early. You can get a nice meal from from their deli downstairs. You can come and join us. It's plenty of parking. It's just phenomenal. April 12th, TCD layout tours. And then we're going to be on the east side or the south side of the east side or the east side of the south side. But out here in Plymouth, Minnesota, I just know it's east. So there'll be more details later, and we will put out the addresses through the Twin City Division direct mail site. So if you didn't get the newsletter last week, please contact me because I'll find out why you're address is incorrect, but also check your spam. Make sure it didn't get lost in there. May 7th on a Wednesday is our annual meeting. We'll be at the Lunds and Byerleys again in St. Louis Park, and we're going to be electing the assistant superintendent and the director at large. And I know Dan Cohen, I was talking to him last week, and he said that he times out or he reaches his term limits. So he'll be rotating off the board. So we know we've got a spot there. And if you look on the Twin City Division website, you'll see also we talk about models to display and what topics we're talking about. And so then the TLR conventions, the 15th through the 18th in Wilmer, Minnesota. It's going to be fantastic. I've got a list of the presenters today, and maybe we can go through them if you want to later. But other than that, that's the end of our calendar year. We'll do some picnics over the summer, and then we'll start her all back up again in the fall.
Very good. Very good. That's pretty active. That's pretty
It is.
active. I can't wait for that convention. More info is being released every week. You know, how much it'll cost for the tours, the hotels. A little quick jaunt out at Highway 12.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Highway 12 through scenic, western Minnesota. All the corn you want to see.
Howard Lake.
Find a BNSF westbound and follow that guy.
Yep.
And right at Litchfield.
There you go.
Litchfield Motors. So
Yeah.
but yeah, so we got opera retreat, we got modelers retreat, we got layout tours. There's more things than you can think about.
That's like 4 things in 4 months.
4 things in 4 months coming up, picnics. And as the TCD, as a member, if you guys ever think of something you want to do, please let us know, and we'll immediately put you in charge of that, and then you can take over. So
Show us how it's done.
show us how it's done. Do your event. We'll support you.
Yeah.
Right, Ken?
Sure. And
So-
actually that is such a good point because if you don't think you could run something, we have people that can help you do things. But the most important thing is to get involved because the NMRA is your organization. When you join it, it's volunteers and you have as much voice as anybody else. Certainly more voice than I do because I'm just a tired old guy that gets crabby and I'm happy to see you guys do fun stuff.
So
There you go.
good question. Dan's asking, when's the next skills day? And I bet that's on the tcdnmra.org site.
And did I miss that? Man, I'm
I don't know. We'll have to ask our Damien's if he's still watching, if that's on there.
I think he fell asleep.
He might have fell asleep. This is exciting television. If you don't know what skills day is, it's a hands-on learning. We usually have 3 to 5 clinics, and they're not really clinics where one person's saying. It's a roundtable discussion of, let's say, weathering. Come show us how you weather a car. Then Joe will show us how then I can show you, it's straight around for scenery, weathering. Joe did a wonderful decal painting thing.
I want to do airbrushing.
Yeah, we're going to try and do airbrushing. I'm in trouble now. The wife's here.
Uh-oh.
I don't
Nice. Good work.
But yeah, see, Heath, if you show up to skills day,
You'll learn something.
You'll learn a skill.
Yes.
Well, you'll probably learn what not to do if you watch Joe and I do something. But
How to use way more decoders than you should on a single locomotive.
yes, that's it. Okay, so the boss is saying nothing this spring yet.
Yeah. We'll fix him.
We'll fix him. But October will be another one. And Joe and I really want to put together an airbrushing one because that's like the number one.
Yeah, everybody's asking how to do that.
We did soldering. And Ken, what other ones we do? We did soldering. We even had operations.
We did.
I think-
We've done ballasting, decaling, making trees, static grass,
Static grass,
and
yeah.
gosh,
Decals, weathering.
yep. We had the one where we glued everybody's fingers together and showed them
Yeah.
how to use a razor blade to cut the top
No.
layer of
The
skin off.
bonder comes in 55-gallon drums. Just buy it the cheap way.
He knows.
Okay.
Yeah.
He knows. Oh yeah, Damien, or JMRI
Yep.
Yep.
and Arduinos.
Carloads. Yeah, I remember that.
Yep,
Yeah.
don't fall asleep. Taco sauce. Yep. We did car loads. Do a skills day.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, see, he can say that because he's in Manhattan. Yeah, otherwise.
Out of reach.
Yeah.
Out of reach. But we did do carloads.
Ken is a former artillery guy. You might want to be careful.
Yeah.
He can reach out and touch you.
Yeah, within 30 miles, you're not.
Yeah, that's right.
He's a little over 30 miles, which he's okay. I
Yeah.
always thought he was kind of a decent sort of guy.
Yeah.
But I'm-
Yeah. Well, you thought that about me one time too. So
Well,
He's
you're
an
right.
end skill guy. What does that tell you?
yeah. So
And Diana, of course, she taught.
Arduino.
We only
yeah.
we only talk
Blue.
about Arduinos when we're at the bar.
Wow, your aim has decreased over the years. That's cold.
these people they know us too well. So
Yeah.
so that's
Yeah.
about what's coming up. And check with the website. Damien does a wonderful job. There's also a thing on the website. If you look under the tabs for layouts, and this is where you can send in some photos of your layout and a brief description. And those of us in the Twin Cities division or anybody who visits that website can go check it out. And I think
Yes.
there's four layouts on there already. I believe.
I'll make Damien take some pictures tomorrow, and then he can
1,
post.
2, 3, 4 of them
I-
on there.
Do anything.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you want to feature your layout even in progress,
Yeah,
tell us what you're doing.
in progress is the best.
Yes. Yes. We like to see that.
Mhm.
You don't have to be bragging about whatever you do there. So, but yeah, that's a neat feature Damien has added to our website that we never had before. So check out the little tab that says layouts. And I think we're doing good there. Okay, here. Oh, we got a link. I had a link. There we go.
Yep.
Maybe next time we'll have a QR code. We'll really be high tech.
Whoa, easy there, big fella. Easy.
So
Well, I have learned from Kevin that QR means quick response.
yes.
I have no idea to what, but
I don't
it's
know.
quick response to something.
What's responding?
Yeah.
That's what we
Yeah.
want to know.
And keep putting photos on Facebook.
Yeah.
And the lovely sponsor lady Diana has been doing a really good job of keeping the trolls in line.
I noticed she harpooned somebody a couple days ago. That was very nice.
Yes.
Good work.
Yes. So we'll try and keep the sweater sales and Asian brides to a minimum.
Wait.
So
Teresa's going to get tired of me sometime.
Yeah, sometime.
Ouch, what are you saying? Have you been talking to my wife again?
Yes. So
At this stage of the game, Joe, I think she's just throwing her hands up and said, whatever.
That's right. She's so tired of carrying the load.
yeah.
Well, you do have that sign up in your kitchen that says, remember, Teresa, in better or worse.
Yeah, exactly. She didn't know worse would be this bad.
And yes. And the sign out coming down the basement is it's cheaper than a bass boat. So
Exactly.
just remember that, folks. That's
I got to use that with my former scoutmaster who came and visited me.
how much
How much do you have down here? And I said, Bill, less than a bass boat.
cheaper than a bass boat? Mr. Cohen's talking. He banned. Well, I got banned too, so that shows you.
Yeah,
something right
that's
there.
right.
But check out the layouts. And if you have a layout, put it up there. We'd love to see it. Mini layouts. You're building modules, all kinds of things like that. So
Yes, I did. Heath, tell my wife knew, and she married me anyway. This is where you can tell your kids one mistake will ruin your entire life.
that's right. Girls look for the nerds.
Exactly.
Nerds make good husbands. Yeah.
Yeah, right. There you go.
So Ken's got a little program. I think we're going to do
I do.
before we'll get to the modelers retreat. What do you think
See if-
about that, Ken?
I think it's great. I'm trying to get it to. There it goes. Hey, I ask, and if I forget, please send it to me. And even for the meetings that are in person, send me pictures of what you're doing, because I want to show pictures to people of what's being done on folks' layout. This is from Jim Brown, and I happen to like H1044, so he's done this. And what's really unique about this is using a 3D printed shell that Damien made. And so really neat. So well done, Jim. It sure is neat to see it on your layout.
What scale was that?
Mm.
N scale.
That was N scale.
This is
It
also
was it is. And so Jay Bickford's also been posting pictures. And if you recall last month, we showed pictures of how he was uh, reassembling his layout. You know, it was cut into pieces and he's putting it back together. And now he's showing pictures of how things are, you know, the pictures of trains on the layout. And it's really fantastic. Again, this is N scale, and I'm looking forward to getting over there and seeing that in person also. So maybe he's on the east side. Maybe I'll get to see him in April. Ken Borowski, MMR, found these neat pipe loads when he was out at Amherst, and he's added them on a couple of flat cars, and I think that's really neat. And I didn't ask him, and I didn't see Ken here, but I've done pipe loads like this, and I've done it so that when they get to the other location, I can pick them off and take them out, so that I send the car out with the loads on it. I take the loads off, bring it back to staging, and then it comes back that way. And that adds a little interest for my operators, I hope. So here's, we were talking earlier, Nathan, he's posted this on our website. And again, N scale. And one of the things I like here is he's added those unique Milwaukee spark arresters. I'm assuming that's what they are. I can't imagine they'd be called mufflers, but you know, that's really something interesting. And not many other railroads, other than the Milwaukee, did that. And I know the Milwaukee was famous for dumping carloads of stuff down the canyons in the St. Paul Pass, but they must have also been
Ouch!
famous.
Wow.
They must have almost also been famous for lighting things on fire. So really a nice detail that Nathan's put on his diesels, and they really look great.
Yeah.
So
No, I just saw those pictures. He did 3 F units and 3 E
yeah,
units.
yeah,
He's got Hiawatha and the fast mail power. Where's the FP45s next? You know, it's like,
yep. So that's great, and he's from northern Wisconsin, so we'll have to get that nailed down a little closer to what northern
he's probably a
Wisconsin is.
Packer
'Cause-
fan.
yeah, the M scalers are going
Yeah,
crazy.
we're gonna have to
Yep.
take care of them.
Yeah, I
Yep.
think he said those are 3D printed,
Yeah,
Randy. I
those
do
are cool.
believe and they're perfect. You know, with
They are.
the little strap holding them on there and everything, and it's just
Yeah, he talked about how he did that. That's really good, and it was on the Twin City Division Facebook page. So look her up.
yeah.
Look her
Check
up.
that out.
So here's a fun one. Dan Cohen has a Friday night thing. Just jump in, and one of Dan's projects has been 3D printing this layout, this little boy, and all the things you see on the layout. And it's for his mother, who makes dollhouse accessories. And so he's going to bring this to a dollhouse show. And it's really neat. I mean, a model railroad for a dollhouse. Talk about the great thing to get people started on the right foot. So we've been following Dan doing that. It's painted up just beautifully. It looks great. So well done, Dan.
Powered?
I don't think so, but he does have a replica of the Lionel Power Pack.
You know, if
So-
it wasn't for the cutting mat, you'd
Yes.
think you're looking at some kid's layout.
Yeah, right.
I thought, that's
Absolutely.
the world's largest cutting mat.
It's that T-scale stuff, right?
So really nicely done, Dan. Very nicely done.
Yes, yes.
Tim Danielson posted this and talked about
Ooh.
how he did it. And one of the things I remember, Joe, you pointed out, is it's a beautiful kit and it's much cheaper than starting with was it Tichy?
No. Ted Collada's Speedwich
Yeah.
Media. Yeah.
Yep, Speedwich Media. So really nicely done, Tim. I'm sure Tim's
Actually-
always, yes.
Actually, Ken, that is an incorrect prototype. That is actually a Central Minnesota box car that he used, not a Canadian National. So I'll have to get that from him and paint it Central Minnesota colors and put that nice herald right on the door.
that plum Harold.
No, it's no plum on the boxcars. They're boxcar red.
Huh.
I just want to know if he used 30 coats of yellow on it. Because I'm feeling his pain already. Looking at that, I'm like, that's amazing.
Yep. Tim normally is at the modelers meet and brings things to display. Tim, if you like, will assign you some security so that it doesn't end up going home to the central of Minnesota, because it's a beautiful car.
Yeah,
Good luck. Good luck.
Yeah.
But
So,
no, that's beautiful.
It's a nice job.
Yeah,
Yep. Really nicely done, Tim. I visited Greg Dahl, and we were talking about, we like to see pictures of your layout that are in progress. That's not always true, because if you look underneath most of our layouts, the carpentry skills are nothing like what you're seeing here. Look at this angled cutting and how everything slides in so beautifully. And take a look at the adjusters on those legs. You know, you can adjust that, straighten that level so many different ways. If you're concerned that the wood is going to expand from seasonal expansion and contraction, you can readjust it. So, Greg, really well done. And this is why we like to see people's layouts in progress. Sometimes it inspires you. Sometimes it makes you want to go down and go into collecting stamps or something. So
Nice C415.
it is. Yeah.
for scale. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a banana.
But notice the legs are put into like a box.
Yes.
You know, so it's almost, free moish. He's got a nice end plate.
Yep.
I think Greg has those on his personal leg, and that's why he walks with
That might be, but
that hitch in his giddy up.
Yep. But look at how easily you can adjust that thing. That is really clever.
yeah.
That is so. Maybe I'll have to go take the three books that I have underneath the one leg on mine and put something like that on it.
Those Walther's S scale catalogs.
Yeah, all the S scale.
That's right. Yeah. All right. So, I got something from Bob Sterner. April 5th and 6th, the Duluth Transportation Museum Fremo event is
cool.
going on. So that's always a good time. And Bob sent me this note on it, so I thought I'd put it in here. So something for us all to look forward to. April is after the weather's way below zero, but of course, going up to Duluth, April 5th, you could get into a blizzard. You never know.
Yeah, isn't that the state high school tournament blizzard there? Is that
that's in
could be.
Oh.
Yeah. Tom Gazer, MMR, is participating in a weathering event put on by the Second Section podcast folks. And so he's using a prototype picture to inspire his weathering. And it's like Tom was saying earlier, this is the kind of reason why we want to get people together to see how weathering's done, because when you work off of a prototype picture, you just end up with such a better job. So well done, Tom, and thank you for sharing that with us.
Yes, thank you. Oh, look at this.
Here's another guy. Ben Truesdale is expanding his layout, and this is splined roadbed.
Cool.
And everything Ben does is like it's finished cabinetry. And so that is absolutely flat and level. It's just disgusting.
Yeah.
So
very cool.
Yeah, it is well done. So again, this is why
more pictures so we can get a context. But I like that. That's neat.
Do we know what type of layout he's building? Is it
it's a train layout?
Is it a Great Northern? Is it?
It's not a Great Northern. I can tell you that. But it's really an impressive layout. Big staging yards, huge helixes, all the things that everything. Well, he's even got a duck under. So.
Woof.
He's kind of hitting all the buttons. So Steve Worthington, now, if you might recall that maybe a year and a half ago, Steve was on one of our events. He models British railroading, and so he just sent an update of a picture because I haven't heard from him for a while. This is a canal scene, an English canal scene, and if you go look him up on, again, on the Twin City Division Facebook page, he will show you all his marvelous English trains running around his layout. And if you'll recall back for when he did the presentation for us, he's got old castles and all sorts of neat stuff. So really, really a fun thing. Shows the variety that we have of people modeling in the area, and that's really a lot of fun. So I'm glad that Steve's sharing with us.
That'd be nice to have a castle on your layout, because then you could stand up in the turret and taunt Joe a second time.
Yeah.
Bring me a shrubbery.
Yes.
Oh, so I can tell already that, okay, this is off my layout, and so I'm building the building on the right-hand side. You see is going to be Jake's Juke Joint, and
You mean it's Moe's?
Moe's.
No,
is that a
this
laser
is-
cut? What is that?
it is. It's a monster model laser cut,
Ooh.
and it's going to be a barbecue and blues place. So, and then again, going back to operations, I added what I call a pocket yard, and the Northern Pacific had several of these, and I'm sure other railroads did also. I just happen to know about the NP ones, and they were just little yards like this that were off a downtown area or whatever, and it's just a spot where the crews could slough cars into. Maybe they didn't have room, or a transfer could come by and drop a couple cars in there, pick up a couple cars. It was just a yard that was for the convenience of the crews, and so I just finished putting that in, and the guys that operated last time said it added some neat variety, and so I appreciate that.
I was jealous I didn't get that job.
Yeah. Now,
Had a good time with Borowski, though.
there you go. And I see that I updated this, and I didn't update the update. Oh, I know what I did wrong. At any rate, because I had one in here from Greg. He's got the Kirsten Road. I don't know. See if I can find it.
Is it on the Facebook page?
It's on the Facebook page, and I'm going to try to find it real quick here, because it is so cool.
What's that car on the left there with the two black pillars? Oh, that's a Topsy.
Topsy car, yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was half finished too.
No. And then there's the hitch on the far end. I
Yeah.
see. Okay, cool.
Yep. No, I'm sorry. It's yeah. You'll have to take a look on the Twin City Division Facebook page, because Greg has just uploaded another video on how he has some big fancy word. Greg, if you're out there, tell me what that big fancy word is. Any rate, and he's going to do a presentation for us at the convention in Wilmer that I'm really looking forward to. So go out to his Facebook page and see. Yes, it's designing for aesthetics, and I thought that was something you did so you didn't have pain when they operated on you. But
No,
I
that's
guess
different aesthetic. It's an aesthetic.
Oh, dang! See,
Wow.
that's why I was
You were this close, Ken. This close.
Yeah, that's why I was in the artillery.
Yep, exactly.
But put in designing for aesthetics on your YouTube channel, and it's really a great great video. You'll enjoy it. So that's what I got, guys.
Very good. Very good. That's a lot of good stuff. So put your stuff, on the Facebook page. It's free.
Yep.
We like to see it. People ask good questions, make some good comments.
I agree.
We keep the trolls to a limit.
Okay, so I won't post. I ask constructive questions.
But
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff coming up. We hope you saw some of our pictures from Springfield. A whole crew of us went out there, and we didn't get banned, so we could go back next year if anybody else wants to go.
FedEx appreciates the entire plane load you guys brought back? Of things?
Yes, yes.
Although it was a bit overweight.
Well, most of it was N scale, so it fit in carry-on.
There you go.
I thought maybe in the seat pocket in front of your seat.
That's for the Z
Yeah,
scale.
yeah. So let's see here if I can do this. If I can remove this. Not let me remove it. Okay.
Kick from studio, banned from studio.
I edit the name anyway. Anyway, so let's bring up, we're now going to talk about Joe's running the modeler's retreat here. Okay. So we'll bring up some slides, and this is some of the things that you're going to see on the modeler's retreat here. There we go. So Joe's, you can talk about this and say what you got coming up.
Okay, I'm gonna work off of your slides as after I do a few minutes here. So we'll convene about 5 o'clock Friday evening, and that's going to be kind of a setup. And if you want to bring models, there are lots and lots of tables. Actually, let me restate that. Please bring models. And I don't want to hear, oh, my stuff's not good enough, or it's not finished yet.
Yes.
I'm not sure if it's prototype. We just want to see models. Bring a model that is partly constructed, because people like to see, and you'll get lots of interesting questions, and you might get a couple of good ideas on how to work your model a little farther along the process. People like to see things being built. They like to see how you do it. They like to see the materials you used and your techniques. They like to see finished models as well. And we draw the line at airplanes and cars, so trains, right?
Right.
Because otherwise I'll bring my 70 model airplanes.
That'd be cool. Can hang them from the ceiling.
Yep.
So we will have models on display. This is the main purpose, I think.
Yes, absolutely.
And so bring yours, show them off. We'll have a table for you. We'll find table space. We'll throw somebody out to get you table space.
We promise not to do that.
I
will have extra tables in the back of my truck that we can
extra
set up
tables.
if we have
That's
to.
right. So bring them. We want all models. Whatever you're working on, show us. Your private road name, your prototypes, all kinds of stuff.
Railroads of Lies are welcome.
Railroads of Lies are encouraged.
Exactly.
So
Is this one of our clinics?
I don't know. I found a clinic picture.
Oh, okay.
They're all awake. It's not one of yours.
Okay. Well, they're all wearing blue shirts. I was
Well,
confused. They're not plum shirts.
They're not some shirts. Okay. So we have how many clinics, Joe?
8
8
at
clinics.
this point.
And
Assuming
we'll be talking about those in a bit. Yes, 8.
Yep. So there'll be 4 times. Each time we'll have 2 clinics. So they're going to start out, I think the times are 8:30 and 10, then 1 and 2:30. And they go for 45 minutes or so, and then a few questions. And then you get to talk to the clinician if you have further questions. And the subjects are prototype and model and techniques. So we kind of cover the gamut of modeling, and it's not just Great Northern or Northern Pacific or Sea Line.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's some other railroads that we're going to have. So some really interesting pictures or photos from Dave Voss's collection. Ken Borowski is going to talk about a couple of really interesting things. I'm going to do a technique thing for operations.
We'll get to those and
yeah.
get there. So and then Friday night and stuff. So
Friday we'll have the opportunities to show a few slides if you're so inclined. Ken, let me ask you a question. You're going to be there Friday night with a projector of some sort? Okay,
Yes, sir.
great.
I will start setting up Friday afternoon, and typically on Friday afternoon.
Okay, so we'll be there. Okay, great. So we could conceivably have 2 places to view slides.
Yes.
And when I say slides, I'm assuming we're going to have we mean images. So bring a stick drive that easily accessible by a computer, and then you can show whatever images you have.
So
now, I hear Diana laughing.
yeah, she's laughing.
Train images, Diana, not your vacation
Yes.
to Bahamas.
Say now. No tan lines. Okay. So models in progress. This is what we want, right? This is how I want to see how you made it.
Right.
You know,
Is that an S scale? That's not really a model, is it?
May now. It's a Great Northern. So I think that's HO.
Oh, it's Great Northern. Yeah. Wow. I think that's S scale.
So what is that? Air tanks on the roof?
Yeah, torpedo tubes.
Yep.
Yeah, those are the air tanks.
'Cause
That's
it's
a passenger equipped unit. Yep.
Ah. So they use the water for the space for water
And fuel. Yep.
Fuel,
Yeah,
okay.
it does have two fillers there on the sill beneath the center of the locomotive.
And,
that's the best kind of locomotive Jeep there is with those torpedo tubes.
Hopefully they have a different attachments so you don't mix up the fuel in the water.
Well, it is color coded and it says fuel and water, so you have to read.
So you can't be colorblind doing that. But bring your models in progress.
Yes, please.
You know, we love seeing that. Those are the best things to see.
That last one was cool because it had a prototype picture and the model as the
down below.
Yep.
And then the
Yep, that cool weathered hopper.
Weathered hopper up there.
Boy, this guy he's almost halfway done with his MMR right there.
Right there. Yeah. You bring your structures.
Mm-hmm.
This is Mr. Sullivan's wonderful Union Station
cool.
here.
Yeah, I still haven't seen his layout. He won't invite me over.
I know. You have to know the handshake.
I don't, and no one will shake my hand.
There is that. So, but yeah, if you're building structures like Ken, he's doing a laser kit. We want to see all that.
Mm-hmm.
Anything railroad related, line side structures, town things. It's just wonderful. Your layout design. Come show us what you're gonna do and show us how you're gonna do it better than us. You know.
Is that big round thing in the middle a helix?
I don't know.
Either that or that's where you put the dispatcher in the middle and they can't get out.
I think so.
Okay.
That's a good place for some dispatchers. So, but yeah, bring us your layouts, your plans, what you're doing. And we would love to see that because you always like to hear what's coming up. We're always looking for new layouts in the Twin Cities to come visit and operate on.
So there are 43, 42 layouts in the Twin Cities. And I know there are a couple that are hiding in there.
Yep.
So that's pretty impressive.
We're now cataloging
the
layouts, which is kind of crazy. Bring your little dioramas. This is by Greg Dahl, showcasing the bridge and the loads and the cars he's got. Is
that done the Missouri Northern?
It might be. It's leased somehow, so they might have just stolen that.
I didn't think that they could allow 6-axle locomotives on that.
Well,
I mean, wouldn't they fall off the rails?
They might. Maybe they're spreading the weight out. So.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, if you got a little diorama, T-track is welcome. All kinds of things like that.
Oh, I want to see somebody with a T-scale layout. That 1/450th or whatever it is.
You can't see that.
Yeah, that's true. My optimizer doesn't go down that small.
Doesn't go there. Hey, how you're hooking things up? This is cool. our lovely friend John Whithouse, electronic extraordinaire. Making his S6, and he's got decoders and lights and sound and keep alives and just crazy stuff. But it's nice to see it inside the hood, and you can tell it's in progress. He's still got a horn hook coupler on that thing. He's just working on the inside and working his way out.
Hasn't gotten down below the walkway yet?
That's right.
Okay.
Where all the good stuff is. So
Are you saying that John has gone past horn hook couplers?
I don't know. He might, but that's he likes Elcos, so he's in my camp.
Yeah, well, can't have everything.
Yeah, hey now.
Sorry.
Killing me. Yeah, you got a micro layout. This is, Dan Dosa brought his Hawkins layout, and you can actually operate this. We'll find a table for you. It's kind of fun. It's you had something like that, N scale, HO, even S. You got some dioramas. I don't think we're going to have Fremo this year. Are we, Ken? I don't think.
I have not talked to the guys, so I assume no. I should.
I think that we just end up with so many models. We don't have enough space for Fremo. They're fun to have along. They're great guys. A couple of years ago, a couple of them brought their own individual Fremo modules to be looked at for Golden Spike, and that was great.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And I think because it's a one-day event, it's tough to set up.
Yeah, it takes them a while to set
up.
But
if you have a module you want to come show it off,
bring that along.
You're more than welcome. And then there's this crazy guy. I think he's even in the chat, unless he's working at the commercial.
Is that a coffee maker?
No, that's a
maybe a tea boiler.
That's the heater for his new apartment.
Okay.
But yeah, look at that. You know, Mr. Linfor's wonderful engine.
That, what was really cool about that is it smelled like a steam
It
locomotive.
did. It had real coal in there. You know.
Oh yeah. Heath is asking about the SD39,
No.
SDL39. Yeah.
No. We got other things to complain about now.
Yeah. Right. What?
How the motors fail on scale trains engines.
Wow. Poor guys.
Oh, good question. Here we go. Mr. Zeska, what do you think of that? Do you have to be a member to go to the retreat? I think
I'm
not.
just typing it in right now.
It's open to everybody.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, you have to bring $15.
Yes, we'll get to that.
Okay.
But you get donuts and free parking. So
Yeah.
no, you did not have to be a member. This is
And
not
coffee.
the TCD sponsors this. This is not one of the NMRA events.
And most of us are pretty nice guys too.
Most.
Most. Okay, a couple.
Um,
Yeah. Sorry, Heath.
No, Heath.
Yeah, you're from New York.
No. Okay, Lindra, he's not dragging her along. Oh, come on now. Okay, yes, the HOA. We need narrow gauge things, Dan.
Okay, Dan, it has to wait out to equal that locomotive.
Yes, there'll be a lot of Blackstone engines.
Exactly.
But that was really cool.
Yeah.
And that's something I haven't seen at any other, these type of meets around the country. Because
take that,
Cocoa Beach.
That's right.
And then maybe Heath, there might be some humor.
Yeah.
We will have therapy sessions. It will be $1.
We'll be blue.
We'll change. I know what was last year was the Big Sky Blue Appreciation.
Yes, right.
That was quite funny.
That was good.
That was quite
That
funny.
was Kurt from Owatonna.
Kurt from Owatonna has a great sense of humor about trains. So, all right. So we'll have this display social area, which is just, there's also to the left of this picture is a lounge.
Yep.
Sit and have discussions with everybody, clinics, and 2 or 3 other rooms.
Yeah, we have 2 rooms this year, both on the first floor again. Didn't get the gym. I just like the lighting better in this one.
Yes, I think the lighting is wonderful in here. I got lots of photos.
Yep.
In the afternoon, the far windows, we should just have an empty table to post models. That's why I took pictures of.
Oh yeah, sure.
David Voss's business car.
Yep.
That's been on every layout in America.
Well, only 300. But
Only 300 of them. So, but yeah, it's a wonderful social area. Mill around, ask questions. And here comes the clinics. All right, Joe.
All right. So my buddy Doug has built a stone arch bridge on his layout. And so he did a lot of research and got all kinds of really cool plans and all this kind of stuff. And then, like I said, he's got this built. And so he's going to walk us through the research he did quickly, and then a little less quickly on how he did the modeling, and we'll show us some pictures and that kind of thing. And it's fantastic. It really looks the part. It's just really cool. And he's got the coloring down.
You can still walk on this bridge today, right?
Well, it's under construction until next fall.
Oh, okay. So,
but theoretically,
they're fixing it up. So.
Right. They're not taking out that abomination that came in 1965 with the lock. But.
Well, aesthetics.
Yeah, right. So really, I think this will be really interesting. So there's a prototype one.
Yep.
This is me, and I took all the pictures over the weekend of what I'm going to show you on how my railroad, my idea of what the crew should do for switching. And so you'll get the trailing point and the facing point and the grand shove and how to organize your train, maybe to block it and that kind of thing. So
yeah, nice operations.
Yep.
So ask some questions. I know we got the opera treat, and a lot of people come over and I don't want a throttle, and we're going to put a throttle in your hands. So
yep, that's right.
Get you a list for it. And then Mr. Dahl here.
Yep. So he's going to talk about, and he has kind of grabbed this by the nose, the progressive rail, and we're all waiting for the Minnesota or the Missouri Northern to get turned into progressive rail. So we'll see what happens, but it runs right down by his house, and he and Ken Borowski go and spend some time taking pictures and documenting the operations and that kind of thing. So this should be very interesting. I'm kind of looking forward to this one.
Yes.
I'll try not to schedule it opposite anything else interesting. So.
Yes, probably my clinic.
Well,
this is one of our new short lines, the new M&S.
Yep. So here's a prototype. And so we've had 3 clinics and 2 topics already.
Yeah.
Look at these 3.
Look at these 3.
Woof. So Don and Greg and Ken, they're operating on Mrs. Rich Ramirez's layout, but interesting concept of not just flinging cars around, but how to make the operations more fun and a little more prototypical.
Yeah. On the Split Rock, we supply liquor. That's what it's just like hard liquor is what we do.
I've never gotten any, so maybe I should come to an operating session.
But Ken Borowski, he runs the Clinchfield, beautiful operating layout, and he's been to so many layouts all over the country.
Yep.
And he will teach you, what he has learned, to enhance things and how to make them easier to go.
He's almost as much of an operations whore as I am.
Almost.
So I don't know about this one.
Now this guy. So now here's the one that's not operation prototype, but I'll show how I use florist foam to create the scenery on my layout. And one of the great secrets of this is you get to build your scenery on your workbench.
Ooh.
You don't have to lean over your layout and static grass between all the rails and do this, but we'll, I'll show you how I build scenery on just florist foam.
Tom,
and then put it into place. You have yes.
What are all the dots on the top of the ore cars?
What are the dots? Those are gumballs. you go down to my basement, you can eat all of those you want to.
Ouch.
Yes, that's what you'll say.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, that'll be a scenery clinic.
And so my friend Dave Voss, who has a ton of pictures and the slide type pictures, and he's had them all digitized now. So he came to me and said, "Hey, you're doing the modelers retreat again. I want to do a clinic on the Minneapolis St. Paul area, east to west, and we'll follow a line." And I took pictures every quarter mile, half mile, whatever. And so he's going to sit in the audience, and I'm going to run the slides and kind of curate the discussion about different things. And so he said there aren't a lot of trains, but there's lots of track. And personally, I find this picture really interesting. If you look at all those tracks and all those switches and lapped switches, look at that one way on the right.
That's not a switch.
What is it?
That looks like a crossing.
Yeah.
Yes, that one's a crossing.
That's not even a switch.
Yep. So just all kinds of interesting things there. I just find this fascinating. So we'll see how this one ends up, but it's, if nothing else, it's going to be pictures of the Twin Cities area. So I'll find it. I think it'll be interesting.
Yeah, especially the older pictures, like this and stuff. It's just crazy what used to be here.
Oh, look, a Great Northern train.
Wow. Rich was here. He'd tell us which one. I'm guessing the Western Star because it's got an SDP on the back or something.
Yeah.
It doesn't have all that stuff. All right, then Mr. Voss again. What do we got here?
Rumor has it that there's a dispatcher who screwed up and stopped a loaded coal train going uphill to let a empties train go down the hill. And most people would say that's not a good idea, and they're exactly right. And so he has a video of them trying to get this loaded train going after the empties went by. So just kind of an interesting thing. It's not Great Northern, I'm sorry.
What?
But there is an animal on it, but it's a thoroughbred, not a goat.
Not Rocky.
So, you Great Northern guys, put your goat hat away and take off your goat pants. It's a horsey.
No AC power, so we get a little wheel slip going on.
Yeah, there you go.
Pretty good.
Yeah. So they're grinding the rail down. Jeremiah approached me and said, "Hey, I've got an idea for a clinic." And I said, "What?" And he said, communication. You look, there's an extra U in there, Tom.
Is there?
Yeah.
Who spelled that?
I don't know.
And that's not Jeremiah in the picture.
It's not?
No.
It's not?
Somebody stole off the web.
Oh, there you go. So computer and communication tech and kind of the driver behind some of the advances we've seen. So this will just kind of be a general interest and interesting thing. So we're counting on Jeremiah to do a bang-up job on this.
He did. He presented last year too, didn't he?
Maybe it was 2 years ago. Something on track, and I was busy.
Track. He knows ACI labels. And
right.
So yeah, that's a full slate.
Yep.
There'll be time in there for lunch.
Yes, right. So lunch is kind of on your own. It's that part of Plymouth has lots of restaurants. If you guys are nice, I'll let you take me over to Quiznos and buy me a sandwich again.
And what kind of donuts are we not going to have?
We're not going to have sprinkle donuts, and we're not going to have powdered sugar donuts.
Yes, that's right.
The powdered sugar, because all the models end up with white fingerprints, and the sprinkles because people drop them and they get ground into the carpet and we get in trouble. So
that's right. So now there is a fee for this.
Yes.
So and we're charging a fee so we can have money to keep putting on these events.
Yeah, because
And-
it costs us $600 or $700 more than that probably
Yeah.
to do this. I don't know. Kevin could tell us exactly. I don't remember.
And our goal is to break even or make $1. We're not
Yeah.
here to take it. So Ken, I believe it's $15. Is that what we have?
That's what I understand.
Yes. $15
American.
American
Yeah.
for now. It gets you get free parking.
Yeah. Lots of free parking.
Lots of free parking. Coffee and donuts will be available. And
I'll get some water too, and maybe like a Diet Coke and a 7-Up kind of thing.
And it's a good day. It's well worth it.
Yep.
Nobody's complained yet.
Well, that's not true.
Not Joe. Anyway.
Yeah, the people who complain get to do it next year.
That's right.
We do need a new chairman for next year.
If somebody would like to, see how this goes, we're looking for assistant chairman to learn for next year.
Yep.
And that would really be great because Ken passed it on to Joe, and Joe's going to pass it on to you. So we will be charging, at the door. You can pay Friday or Saturday, whichever one you come to.
Yeah, and it's $15 for both days, or
days.
the one day, whatever. It's
Clinics,
$15.
models, basically modeling overload.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a bargain. And that's March 14th to 15th.
Yep, this year.
Yeah. And so if anybody has any questions about the modelers retreat, we'll take them now. I saw some other people say you got to be a member. No,
show up, bring your models. Again, completed, partially built, prototype, whatever you got. Bring models. We want to see them.
We don't want to hear mine aren't good enough.
Yes, I will smack you.
Because I bring mine and I know mine aren't good enough.
In case somebody is interested, everything here is handicap
accessible. Yes.
Friendly. Yeah. Everything's on one floor.
Yeah, everything's accessible.
Yep.
We will, if you need help loading stuff in and out, we'll find some volunteers.
Yep.
Now, okay, so this is a question that evaluating models, Dan. We were discussing this and it gained no traction. That's a polite way of putting it. So this will probably not be happening. You can bring your models to show, but there was just so few interested at this time. Maybe the next retreat we'll advertise it more and we'll do that. So I can't guarantee that there'll be evaluations at it there.
Yeah, see, this is what Heath is ready to fly in from New York to if we're giving away a free locomotive. We are, Heath, but it's an S scale.
No. If Heath wins, it's that one Linforce brought.
Oh, okay. And
So
it's a carry-on.
It's a carry-on. You get the Northern Pacific.
Yeah. To be clear, there is no free locomotive.
No, I don't think there's any giveaways except for donuts.
Yeah, well.
But that was one of the things about getting models evaluated. We wanted to set up a separate room, and it's just there's so many other things we've been trying to do that we haven't been able to organize that fully. So I'm going to say no, that's not going to be available for.
But I imagine that either Hamilton or Hot Vet will be there. Why are their surnames supposed to start with H? That's a question. Anyway,
but
you can arrange for that, but
Yeah.
we won't have them. It won't be done there.
No. And that's why they'll probably be there and you can talk to them.
Yep.
And set up an evaluation at your house or someplace like that.
Or the bar.
Just to
the ATM
back,
machine.
yeah, I'd understood from Hamilton that he was willing to go sit with somebody in that room and give them an evaluation. But
yeah,
it's between you and Hamilton.
Right. Yeah. If you want to bring your paperwork and talk to our division AP person, and there'll be other evaluators, myself, Joe, Ken Borowski, if they have questions about something. So,
yep.
So, and to be clear, do not staple the $20 bill to the paperwork. Just paper clip.
That's a pro tip right there.
Exactly. The weird guy that's always a lot of fun be at the retreat. Well, sure, I'm going to be there.
He's still in the room.
Yeah, that's right. And I can read.
I know you can see him. Any other questions about the retreat? I know, people have brought so many great things. We had 3D printing, I think, going on at a couple of these retreats.
Yep. Yeah. Last year and a few years before that.
Yep.
I had someone did some 3D printing for me, and I'm an HO scale modeler, but I'm doing something for a friend that's N scale. It is unbelievable what is available now, and the technique and the quality is just off the charts. So, it really changes the whole hobby. And there was a discussion today on one of the lists I follow. Oh, scratch building is dead. It's like, no. Scratch building is now on the computer, and you print it, and the whole thing is done. You don't have to stick thousands of pieces of wood together. It's done on the computer.
I still do, but
well,
I don't. I can have no computer skills
because you have 19 thumbs.
Yes. The one thing there will not be is there will not be sales at this.
Right.
So it's not a flea market. The only approved sale item so far will be William Sampson will have his wonderful Minneapolis Northfield and Southern book available.
We hope.
If there's any left.
Yeah.
And he can autograph them.
I paid for one.
But there won't be a table and you're selling your wares like a flea market. There's enough flea markets you can go do that. So can you buy William Sampson? No.
He's priceless.
He is priceless.
I guess I wouldn't say that.
He belonged in the Louvre.
Yeah.
But yeah, so no sales. I don't know what else, Ken. You think of anything else that we've seen, or because it's a great weekend. It's just a fun week.
It is. It's just a fun time to interact with people. Somebody asked again if you had to be an NMRA member. No, but part of the reason why the division puts this on is just to show folks all the things that we're doing as a division. If the best selling point for the NMRA is that you get to be a member and you get to do all of these things. You don't have to do anything. It's just great camaraderie and that's what it's all about. This hobby is so good for you. Just so good for you.
Except for your wallet.
Well, it's cheaper than a bass boat.
That's right. Thank you. I almost forgot.
It's just,
Or a girlfriend.
Oh, hey.
How easy.
Easy. Especially if you're married.
Well, yeah, that was my point.
Oh.
Sometimes you have to say the obvious out loud for Thomas.
You're right.
Repairs. Well,
I don't know. What are we repairing? Like, I'm not putting in a new water pump on your truck.
See how you are?
Yeah.
I don't have a truck. Dwight, that's a good question. Maybe if you have something that needs repair, electronic, bring it, and you'll get answers on how to fix it, and probably find somebody there.
Yeah.
I think that's a great point because there's a lot of skilled people there. Typically, somebody brings a computer and will show you how to do JMRI things and all sorts of stuff going on. But decoders.
Yeah. There'll be some decoder champions there that might help you out. I think Lou Vidal.
Yeah.
He's going to bring his JMR.
Is bringing his program. He will program your decoders.
Yeah.
So maybe if you got issues, he can troubleshoot it and put the blue smoke back in it.
You can't do that. I have tried.
Man.
Even there's a photo of me on the internet from a long time ago doing maintenance on a decoder with a hammer, and the blue smoke would not go back in.
Well, Heath is here. He's put a lot of blue smoke in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Lou Vidal will have a table with his decoder programming and things like that. So, but
repairs, I don't know. It just seems like you may not have the right tool or whatever.
Right.
But again, bring it and somebody can look at it and say, this is what you need to do. So they're either going to give you the how to, or they'll say, I can work on it at my house. Because you never know what, you take the hood or the shell off a locomotive, you never know what's inside.
Bust out that soldering iron.
That's right.
Heat up your coffee.
Is that what you use yours for?
That's about all it's good for. Have you seen
Oh,
my modeling?
Well, it's not as
It also cleans the tip if your
Yes,
coffee's strong enough.
clean the tip.
That's going to leave a mark.
That's gonna leave a mark. So yeah, no, there's a lot of stuff going on. I forgot about that. Lou is bringing his.
He's got the ESU loading thing too.
Yep. So even if you have those ESU Loc sound,
Yep, correct.
he can program those.
I have one that has nothing on it. I can't decide what to do with it.
Mhm. Make it sound like a chicken. Just have it sing Broadway tunes. That goes around the layout.
I am not doing that.
That would be good. Be a podcast sponsor right there.
Yeah, that's really good. I
The
like that.
decoder that plays anything but train sounds. It's our $1 million idea here.
Diana, are you listening?
Yeah. Just waiting for the script for that.
Yeah, right. Does she really do those? She reads them cold and you record her, and that's what.
No, well, I usually do it just for the outtakes.
Oh, okay, okay.
So I get the stuff in the beginning.
Yeah. She does such a great job.
Um,
It's none of it's you.
I know.
She does a good job.
no, I've seen all the comments. There's nothing about me.
Yeah. Well, there are, but we edit those for you.
So, but a lot coming up. Operators retreat. You guys want to run some trains? We have more layouts
yeah,
than we can find operators.
Damien is hoping his is going to be on it. I don't know if it's going to or not.
That would be cool. N-scale school to operate on. Damien's is a beautiful.
No, that's
layout.
fun. That's a good layout.
On
I was
the
there
Saudi.
today. I really want to operate over there again.
Yep.
But I'll be out of town for the operators retreat.
He's another dirt hauling guy.
Yes, red dirt, which
Red
is the
dirt.
best kind.
Red
Those
dirt.
black dirt guys, man.
But you bring up a good point, and that is that Greg is going to have to close down registrations after the weekend so we can get the schedule set up. So go to the Twin City Division NMRA, tcdnmra.org, go under events. There's a line that says Operators Retreat. It's in blue. If you go ping and click on that, it'll take you right to all the information on the Operators Retreat. We would like you to come Friday night because it's a way to get you to meet your fellow operators, meet the layout owners, because this is all about camaraderie. But if you absolutely can't make it Friday night, don't worry about it. Sign up anyway, and we will facilitate you. So that's the 22nd. So
Yeah,
you still have time to sign up.
better than aesthetics.
Yeah, that's
Big
right.
word night. Yeah, and it's a great networking way.
Yeah.
You know, if it's a great way to network, and you get to operate on 2 layouts, and the people you'll meet will introduce you to 5 other people. So, like Joe
Yep.
said earlier, we're up to over 40 something layouts that are running in the Twin Cities.
So seriously, if you want a taste of this and see if you like it or not, because operations isn't for everybody, but
Yep.
my heavens, this is the easy way to do it. And again, I wish I was in town, but something else is happening.
Yeah.
But
But it's not rules and paperwork. It's not
well, not this weekend. There are other times that it's rules and paperwork.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't stop your locomotive at the callbox.
So it's a no when it's Saturday.
Exactly. The agency is closed.
Closed.
Tom.
That's our joke. Saturday.
So and then next month, of course, our meeting is in person. We're going to have, if you want to bring a model to display, this month's focus will be on cabooses. So bring a
Your Tom's
caboose
got a
or
nice caboose.
Hey,
bring a caboose to show us your workmanship, and we'll talk. Well, we won't talk about skills day. I don't know what we'll talk about. We'll talk about
Lack of
something
skills.
intelligent.
we'll have a good subject. Good little clinic.
Yep.
Joe
And then
gave a
right
good one.
after that's a modeler's retreat.
Yep. And that's at Lunsbyerly's, and they've got the hot food bar there, or just go to the bakery and choose any of those goodies.
Is this the one in St. Louis Park that we were
Yes,
just at? Oh,
yeah.
they do have goodies there. That was very good.
Now, I guess there's a meeting room there, Ken,
Yes.
because I know there's
Yes.
a dining room, but I didn't know if there was a private meeting room.
Yeah. Well, they told me it was a meeting room, and
Okay.
yes, you can bring all the donuts you want to the meeting. There's no judgment.
Yes.
Sprinkles. We'll have sprinkles and powdered sugar on the same donut.
And if you bring extra lemon bars, I'll really be your friend.
Yes, me
Their
too.
lemon bars are to die
Uh-huh.
for.
Yep.
And don't get the killer brownie because you won't finish it.
No.
But yeah, they've
Yeah.
got hot food bar there. It's wonderful, and we'll have a good meeting on the west side.
Yeah.
And,
Finally.
finally. All
And then
right.
if
So-
you're on the NMRA TCD NMRA website, you'll see a little click to go to the TCD swag store, so you can impress all your friends when you show up at the next formal event with a Twin City Division or a Crossing Gate T-shirt.
Not the Wild.
Yep.
Not the Wild.
What?
So
Yeah.
then we got our annual convention come up. So I think that's the end of our show, Ken. People are dropping out here. We might as well
All right.
say good night.
Good night, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie. And like I said, go to the website, tcdnmra.org, and thank you guys.
People are dropping out or they're dying from boredom.
They both.
Okay.
We'll start talking about LCC next.
Wow.
Well, click the like button on your way out.
Yeah. So hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks, everybody.